Naoya Inoue, the monster, is the Godzilla of the lower weight classes, storming through division after division, crushing anyone foolish enough to get in his way. Last time out, Kim Yi-jun brought switch-hitting aggression and defiance, but he joined previous victims like TJ Doheny, Luis Neri, Marlon Tapales, Stephen Fulton and Paul Butler in a battered heat. The only warrior who's come close to slaying the monster was the savvy, big punching, all-time great Nonito Donaire, but he was easily swept aside in the rematch. So the question remains, who's brave enough to step up next and what's their chances? Let's take a look at these potential monster hunters. Murodjon Akhmadaliev. If there's one fighter at 122 pounds who can give Inoue a serious headache, it's Murodjon Akhmadaliev, the WBA's interim champion. This guy's got a killer amateur pedigree, an Olympic bronze and World Championship silver medal, all thanks to his time on the Uzbekistan's national team. He's a fast, sharp-shooting southpaw who trains at the Diaz Brothers gym in California, because why not? At 30, he's probably at his peak. And sure, Akhmadaliev lost to Marlon Tapales, while Inoue took the Filipino out in the 10th round, but we all know fights don't always go the way you expect. Akhmadaliev's loss to Tapales was on a split decision, with one judge actually giving him 10 of the 12 rounds. A bit extreme, but you could argue that Akhmadaliev deserved the win. The issue, he started way too slowly, trying to be perfect early on, while Tapales simply outworked him. Once Akhmadaliev started letting his punches fly, it was a different story. He swept the last 4 rounds on all 3 judges' cards and nearly overwhelmed Tapales at the end. If it had been a 15-round fight, Akhmadaliev would have walked away with a win. Lesson learned, Akhmadaliev was back with a vengeance, blasting through Mexico's Ricardo Espinoza in 3 rounds. Espinoza isn't a world beater, but this kind of performance screams, this guy means business. Junto Nakatani. If Inoue faces WBC bantamweight champion Junto Nakatani, it could well be the biggest all-Japan boxing showdown in history, and it's very much a possibility. Nakatani's made it clear he wants Inoue, but first Nakatani's focused on unifying the 118-pound titles, one step at a time, as he says. Standing 3 inches taller than Inoue, Nakatani is a skilled boxer-puncher with a sharp right hook and a lethal left hand from the southpaw stance. A 3-weight world champion, 112, 115 and now 118 pounds, Nakatani's still improving and has the potential to get even better. Nakatani's most impressive performance, that'd be his 6th round demolition of Alexandro Santiago last February to claim the WBC championship. Santiago, who had just beaten Nonito Donaire, was considered tricky and tough, having never been stopped in 36 bouts, but Nakatani made quick work of him, outclassing him from the start to finish. At 27, Nakatani could well be hitting his prime, or perhaps his best is still to come. Nick Ball. Should Inoue decide to move up to 126 pounds, Nick the Wrecking Ball will be waiting for him. Ball, the WBO champion, might not have the all-around technical excellence that Inoue has, but he brings a relentless brand of pressure and physical strength that could make him a very tough challenger. Ball is known for his tenacity, accuracy, volume, power and endurance, making him tough to shake off once he gets going. Inoue might have the technical advantages, but Ball is not one to back up. If Ball can weather Inoue's early assault and keep coming forward behind his high guard, this could turn into a very interesting scrap. Angelo Leo. There's a lot to like about Angelo Leo, the IBF featherweight champion from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Many thought Leo had reached his ceiling when he was outpointed by Stephen Fulton 4 years ago, but Leo proved everyone wrong. After a 2.5-year break from boxing, he returned looking better than ever. 3 wins followed and earned him a shot at the IBF champion, the hard-hitting and awkward Luis Alberto Lopez. And in August, Leo shocked everyone, knocking out Lopez in the 10th round to claim the IBF championship. Leo's got no flashy skills, but he's tough, gritty and fundamentally sound. And he certainly punches hard. Definitely no easy fight for Inoue. Rafael Espinoza. Out of every fighter on this list, it's Espinoza who I believe would give Inoue the most problems, due to the huge height advantage he would have over Inoue. How Espinoza gets his 6'1" frame into this weight class, I will never know. As well as his height, he has physical strength, brings excellent pressure, punch variety, and is a great infighter. Espinoza is a tough, relentless competitor who can make life difficult for anyone in the ring. He's coming off 2 creative-binding victories over Robsy Ramirez and might just be what Inoue needs to test his limits. Espinoza's only real challenge, can he keep making that 126-pound weight class? If he can and Inoue wants to roll the dice against him, it will be one of the most intriguing matchups in recent memory. So, who will be brave enough to face the monster next? There are plenty of exciting challenges in the mix, each with their own unique strengths. But one thing's for sure, Inoue's reign isn't going to be handed to anyone easily. Whether it's Akhmadaliev's speed, Nakatani's power, or the relentless pressure from the likes of Ball, Leo or Espinoza, each of these fighters has the potential to make a huge dent in the world of boxing. But the real question remains, who's got what it takes to slay the beast? Let me know who you think in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay up to date with the latest in boxing, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. We'll keep bringing you the hottest take, the latest news and all the action you need to follow the world of boxing.